Boom. Now rotate this around the corner. Beautiful. Low shoulders, beautiful. Close your eyes so you don't have to think about it. Press it through. That a baby. First execution is just technically awesome.
Nice.
Press it through. That a baby.
So close.
We're going to do a little video today showing what we do for an intro lesson here. We do these for free. People are interested in archery. All the new folks that want to dip their toe in archery and see if they like it or not get to come in here and they're going to get a basics lesson. Leon here walked in Monday and he was like, archery seems cool. I've never done it in my life and I want to try it. And it's like, awesome, dude. You know, that's what we do here. We teach archery. So poor Leon here gets snaked in. I said, Leon, you mind if we film this? I said, you're going to be on a YouTube video. He was like, oh, yeah, okay. We're just going to go through how we teach archery to somebody who's never done it before. It doesn't cost Leon a thing. So anyway, we'll get started.
Bless you. Okay.
All right, so how we start with everybody is Leon, I'm going to show you the most important position in archery. It's called the holding position. Mm-hmm. Now, this position is the most important position in archery because that's right where the shot comes from. We're going to hook the string with a thing that looks like a bear claw like that. So I'm going to shape your hand. So we're going to put the thumb and pinky towards each other, and then we're going to extend those front claws out there like that, and then I'm going to put the string right here. So a little too much, so we want the strong position of your wrist, so it's kind of just maybe slightly out bend, but pretty straight wrist. And you're going to notice there's a platform here. There's this bone here on your upper hand. The anchor is we're going to anchor that bone to your cheekbone. So as your face is turned sideways, this bone is going to tuck just under your cheek like that. So you mind if I touch the side of your face with my hand? So face that way. So this bone is going to come in from your jaw and it's going to shelf right here. So we can have a bone-to-bone connection. We're going to make it the same place every time. So we're going to come, when we draw the bow, we're going to come in here like this, and we're going to find that cheekbone and shelf it right under it like that. Beautiful. And then we're going to do something. We're going to leave that right there. And I love how you've left your wrist straight. We are going to rotate this around, leave this here, and just push your shoulder back. Boom. And then we're going to roll this back here. And you notice what you've done is your shoulder blade is locked in towards your spine, right? Yeah, you locked it in. All you did was press that way a little bit until you hit a end of range of movement. Now, you did this naturally. Your shoulders are very low. That's beautiful. And then what you also did is you turn sideways all the way to where we hit a kind of a soft stop as you're twisting sideways, and we call it coiling. You coil to a soft stop. And you did that naturally. It's like beautiful. What you've provided yourself is skeletal alignment this way. And what that does, it creates a very strong position. We rotate that elbow down around to the end of range. You've turned sideways till we hit the end of range of movement. And you've created an alignment of your skeletal structure, which creates a super strong position. I'm going to squeeze on you, and you notice that when I squeeze, you don't even have to try. There's no effort in that at all.
Yeah.
So this is called alignment, because we've aligned this shoulder to this front hand. We've rotated this elbow behind the string, so there's pretty much straight line between the elbow and the front hand. Now I'm going to break this alignment a little bit, just like an inch here at the elbow. Now what you're going to notice, go ahead and keep your anchor, is now you're going to have to try. And it takes a lot of effort to hold that. But now rotate that around to the end again. Keep your anchor. And now it's super strong. So what we did was we put a little hinge in the system that made it weaker. Got to remember, we're under what we call compressive load. This thing's trying to squish you back together at full draw, right?
Yeah.
So when we create an angle, we create weakness or a lot more muscular tension. If we break the line at the front shoulder and we lose the alignment from shoulder to shoulder front hand, we open your chest to target a little bit. Here again, we create a little weakness. And now go ahead and you have to fight that. Yeah. We'll go ahead and rotate around till we align, and just a soft stop. We don't want that shoulder to come out. A soft stop, take this elbow right back here. Now we're in here, good alignment again, very strong structural place. So there's some components here. Your shoulders are low and level, right? And what we've done is, see my shoulder blades here? Mm-hmm. When I turned sideways, I took that shoulder blade to where it got real close to the spine. Did you see that? Shoulder blade comes close to the spine. On the back side, I took the shoulder blade to the spine. When we turn sideways, we take the spine to the shoulder blade. On the back side, we take the shoulder blade to the spine. But what it does is it makes your shoulder blades retracted and low. So structurally, that's the strongest place you can be. If you and I were going to have a big collision, I'd want to suck this shoulder down and back, and it would take a lot to dislocate my shoulder. But when I move my hand up here, notice how my shoulder blade comes way away from my spine. That's where the big dislocations come from. So it's a vulnerable place for your shoulder. So when we're shooting a bow, we always shoot with low shoulders. Even when we draw the bow, we're going to keep them low. When we draw the bow, we're going to not pull this way. We're actually going to just drive our shoulder back. Notice how my shoulder blade is moving towards my spine. So we're using, actually, Leon, we're using a lot of back muscles here. All these muscles inside your shoulder blades. So that's the most important position. So we develop what we call a shot sequence to develop the holding position.
Okay.
Start through the sequence of building this position. All right, so what we're going to do to learn to release is we're going to put that on our 3 hook fingers. I'm going to stretch this out and just kind of make this cord match. Yeah, there it is. That's good alignment. So I've got good alignment here, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a motion where I trace my face and keep it all the way past your ear till it lands right over your shoulder. Yep. So from your anchor, you're going to do a motion called transfer to hold. You're going to leave that right here, and you're going to push this back towards the middle of your back and lock it in. No, not this way.
Okay.
Back that way. Push your shoulder back. Yes, there it is. There it is. And all this little corrections is all normal. Sometimes you have to explain it 3 different ways, and you finally get it. So rotate that around the corner. There it is. So that's the position we're going to get in with this cord. So I kind of like to explain where we're going, show you how we do it, and then you do it. So I'm going to find this place where I can rotate this elbow right around to the end of range of motion. And then I'm going to do a movement like this, Leon, watch this. I'm going to be, so that direction like this, or like this, I'm going to drive that direction like this, and I'm going to trace my face right to a place over my shoulder. I'm going to look back. That's your finished position. That's your follow-through position. And sometimes we like to add like a visualization. So I'll visualize a golf ball sitting on a tee, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to snag that golf ball with these 3 fingers. So I'm going to just, in a rapid speed motion. First of all, we're just going to do the motion like this. We're going to find out where it's at. You can add the visualization, and then I'm going to do a rapid speed motion, and I'm going to snag that ball with my 3 fingers. So here's my hook, and then I'm going to shove that shoulder back and rotate that elbow around, and then I'm going to press that same direction, and then rapidly, bam, I'm going to snag that golf ball. Now I want you to watch my fingers. You won't even see them open, but they do. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to press it back there. There's the aim. It settles, and press through. And so what this is doing is it's setting your brain up to learn a reflex to send a signal to these muscles that hold your fingers. And all the brain does is it shoots a relaxation signal, at which time the string blows through. But it happens faster than the human eye can see. That's why you can't see my fingers open when I do that. So first of all, let's just do the movement a couple times. So we're going to lock this in, push this towards this, bam, and then trace your face and past your ear all the way. Now look back here, Leon. Right there's that golf ball sitting on a tee. All right, notice it's back that way. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's do it slowly. Go ahead and let it roll. Boom, there it is. One more time. Now you do it this time. Okay. Everything goes that way. And catch that ball. Snag that ball. Boom. Good. Just rotate through. Just really relax all this up in here and let it come through right back to here. Bam. Beautiful. Now let's try it with a cord. Put those 3 fingers on the cord. Stretch that baby out there till we match your draw length. That a baby. Low shoulders. See these muscles here. Loosen this one here. That a baby. Oh, it's a little short here. Go ahead and clamp down on that. Now you know you trace the face motion. So here's the golf ball. So build a little tension in the system. And bam. Nice. I've never seen anybody do it that good the first time.
Thanks.
And you know what was cool about it? You kept the hook. You kept it all the way to the finish. Outstanding, but you did exactly what I asked you to do. Let's try it. Okay. We want to rep this about 5 times. You notice how you had no thought to release. You were focused on the movement that causes the release. Go ahead and anchor it again and transfer a hold. Bam. And then that would be an aim. So maybe put the tip of your finger on this knot hole. That would be your aim. You just look at it and you start building pressure and then follow through. That a baby. 3, 4 more times. And just let it flow through. Let it rotate through. We're forcing a release right now. In the future, that's going to become a very fine motor control where it's a high intensity, short duration movement now, but as you get better and better, it turns into a long duration, low intensity movement. But we're just teaching the brain to get rid of the arrow on its own now. Follow through. Beautiful, beautiful. And come back here and see what's going on. So what I want to see is I want to see this elbow slash down, and I want to see that hand stay in a linear path. Press it through. Beautiful. 2 more times, Leon. We're going to get up bow in your hands. You should feel tension right here in between your shoulder blades. Low shoulder. You're leaning back, Leon. You want your head centered, and you want your body centered, and these shoulders really low. Okay? So press here to here, and press it through. Beautiful. Now go ahead and let it flow through. Boom. Sometimes when you hold a little tension in these muscles and your pec muscles, it kind of locks up the movement. So just let it flow right through. Go ahead and try it again. You'll take the anchor to the head, not the head to the anchor.
Okay.
This is good. Low shoulders. Yep. Press it. Beautiful. Let's shoot a bow, man. So what we're going to do now, Leon, is we're going to shoot this stretch band. Now what's cool is it increases tension as you pull it just like a bow. We're going to set our hook. Right? Then we've set our grip. Our shoulders are low. We're going to raise this up to nose height. And just like with that 7-pound bow, we're going to coil sideways as we draw into an anchor. And we're going to roll that back into transferable hold. And then we're just going to let it settle there for a moment. And we're going to press against that end range of motion through to your finish. Let's give that a try, buddy.
Okay.
So hook, grip will be like knuckles at 45. Kind of line your forearm with that line. And we're going to be shooting right up there. So leave your shoulders low. Yep. Head center. Come find that anchor. Don't. Yep. There we go. Now just look at something off the top of your knuckle and press it through the finish. Okay. Good. Well, it'll get better every time.
Okay.
Let it flow all the way over your shoulder. Raise it up. Find your anchor. So you don't want to come this way. Everything wants to go that way is what we want. And press it through. Go. Yeah, that's what we're looking for, partner. So we got your hook, you got your grip. We got this set up. I want this all to come up together. It's about nose height. Now come on into coil side, right to there, right around the corner. Tuck your pinky towards your neck a little bit. This band should be straight up and down. And then go ahead and press that through. Beautiful. Okay, ready to try bow?
Okay.
Go.
Set my hook. Bam. Set my grip. Bam. Loose wrist. Line up arrow. I'll just take that out 2 or 3 inches. I'm going to look at the target. I'm going to take this right up the line. Now notice the arrow's pointing left, but it'll come into alignment. I'm going to coil sideways and shove that shoulder back at the same time. And I'm going to come in. I'm going to find that anchor. And then I'm going to transfer the hold. Watch my right elbow all the way around the corner till it locks. And then I'm just going to, now for this one, I want you to close your eyes so you can feel this. So I'm going to press it through to my finish. Grab the arrow by the knock end. Set it, your hand all the way inside the string so you can turn your hand over this way and set that knock under that bead.
Okay.
So we teach the process of shooting an arrow first. Once we have a repeatable process, then we add an aim to it. And if the aim's a little off, high or low, we talk about how to aim that arrow tip. If it's a little left or right, we learn how to cant the bow or align the eye and the arrow to the bullseye. So this is the process we have to learn first. All right? So set your hook. Good. Set your grip, thumb pads down, shoulders are down. Excellent. Align the forearm with the arrow. You don't have to open up your armpit. Just pivot this out a little bit. Perfect. Look at the target. We're going to raise this all right up to nose height. Come in and find your anchor. Boom. Now rotate this around the corner. Beautiful. Low shoulders. Beautiful. Close your eyes so you don't have to think about it. Press it through. Baby. First execution is just technically awesome.
Nice.
Awesome.
How'd that feel, Leon?
I think it felt really good. I don't know
It
how it
looked really
looked.
good, man.
It felt good.
Is that the first arrow you've shot?
I've never shot an arrow before. Yeah, that was the
That's
first one.
awesome. If you looked under range, technically, well done.
guys
You're
are
a good learner. I'll
gassing
tell
me
you
up.
what. Okay, knock the arrow.
Okay. So I always come in from
like
this
this.
angle, right?
So you hold it like this. Leave a little room for that knock to stick out.
I see.
Take your hand in here
And then,
and then snap it under that bead.
gotcha.
You can kind of feel the bead with this finger.
Okay. Yeah.
Boom, just turn your hand around. So set your hook. Beautiful. Set your grip, thumb pad down on the bow. Good. Align the arrow in the forearm. Your shoulders are low. That's good. Look at the target. Nose height. Come into your anchor. Finish coiling off sideways. There you go. Put that gap on there. Press it through. Atta baby.
So close.
Closing up. Leon, that's a fine job, buddy. The first time, never shot a bow before.
Yeah.
And look at the execution Leon's putting together for this thing. And it's a lot of arrows and a little more instruction after that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. This is about the time I'd let Leon just shoot the bow. He's got to make his mistakes. He's got to get it's kind of awkward at first, and I just turn him loose, and then I come back and tighten it up again. But that's basically what an intro lesson looks like at Rocky Mountain Specialty Gear. And I happen to have a really good student today. This young man followed directions amazing. He's got a good body connection and incredible, nice person to have for this demo. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thank
you
you.
letting us film this.
Yeah.